Welcome everyone to the Inspiring Ones TV show. On today's episode, we actually have with us Miss Sherina Mayani. Now, I love to inspire you guys, and so I thought, what better way to inspire you than to use somebody that inspires me? So I actually met Sherina last year, and she is just amazing. She's an entrepreneur, she's a transformational coach that actually teaches other persons how to build their coaching business. She's a jet setter, she's like traveling all over the world. Sometimes you have to be like, Sharina, where are you? You know, the other day she was in Bali, and before that she was in Sydney. And so she is just a real inspiration. And here's the another plus point. She actually did all of this before she was even 25, right? Before she was 26. So I mean, I know most of you watching this show are in your 20s or, you know, touching 30, a little over 30, but she's doing it at this age. And so she's a real inspiration to us to show us that it doesn't matter what age you are. She's from Panama, so it doesn't matter where you're from. So she's just phenomenal. But instead of me continuing to talk about her, I'm going to give her the chance to introduce herself and tell you guys a bit about her and what she does. Hi, Sherina.
Awesome. Hi, thank you. Thank you for that amazing introduction. Well, I'm really excited to be here and to share with all of you all that I've learned in my journey. It's such a pleasure, and I know for those of you listening, sometimes it can be like, oh, like as this one said, like the age, where you're from, but it really doesn't matter. Like yeah, I was born and brought up in Panama City, Panama, but like now I'm traveling the world, living in the beaches of the world, like, and it's just amazing. It all really is possible.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Like as I said, I met Sherina last year. So for me, just seeing this, you know, seeing her growth, seeing her progress, it reminds me every day that, you know, your dreams can come true. It doesn't matter. I'm from Jamaica, she's from Panama. You know, it doesn't matter what when you have your dreams, you believe in yourself and you follow your dreams and also get persons to support you, then you are on your way to success. So, Sharina, tell us, what are some of the challenges you've had to overcome or struggles that you faced, and what was your secret to actually overcoming them?
Awesome, great question. To be honest, I think my greatest challenge in this entrepreneurial road was my age. Interestingly enough, like I felt I was too young. 'Cause, like when I started, I was actually 23, and I was like, oh my God, I'm still a baby. Like, no, who would listen to me? Why would someone pay me as their coach? Like, I had all of these things going on, and at the time as well, like I didn't have enough money to invest either, like in my own coach, my own certification, in my own travel, all of these dreams and desires that I had. Like all of these were like I felt were like limiting me.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, what really helped me overcome them was like just to keep on going on, like being happy with where I was at. Like another thing that really helped, which is so important, is really being in the moment. Like sometimes, even today, I'm like, oh, I want to go for the bigger dream, but I'm like, you know what? Like we always got to acknowledge where we're at, being in the now, you know. And when you're in the now, that's like the fastest way to move forward. Like people come to me and ask me, like, Sheena, how did you build like this six-figure business in just like less than 9 months? And I'm like, wow, I didn't even realize it was less than 9 months. Like I wasn't even paying attention to that, you know? And yeah, for those of you starting in your business or wherever you're at in this entrepreneurial road or wanting to do something amazing in the world, like really be where you're at. Like you are always a step ahead from yesterday. And when you always look at that as a win, you're always gaining momentum and going and moving forward. Because it's possible. Like I came from a place like in working in a job making less than $2,000 a month. Like from like fast forwarding to the future, it's like making more than $20,000 a month, $10,000 a month. And it's like sometimes it feels so surreal. But there were times which I had like less than $50 in my bank account, and it was scary, you know. And it's real. It happens. I think it's more than anything just really acknowledging it and moving forward, like making that decision, that conscious decision that you want to move forward. And trust me, you do. You totally do, and there's always a way to catapult and achieve what you desire.
Definitely. And even as you speak about this and share this experience, like it just reminds me of the word gratitude. Because sometimes we wonder, like, how can we even stay in the present moment? But the thing is, if you look at all the things around you that are working for you and you're grateful for them, then you're able to actually enjoy the present. Because many people, they focus on the goal only. And like you said, they're not staying in the present. And so they don't get to see the blessings that are actually happening around them. right? So I think in line with what you're saying, it's being grateful as well, because for you, you were 23 when you started, which is like, oh my God, right? So that is just that's phenomenal. And you, as you said, you were just being in the present moment, and the time just went by. Like the time went by, 9 months went by, you were making six figures, and you were 23. So amazing. So tell me,
Yeah.
what is the one thing that keeps you grounded, right? I know that you stay in the present, which also connects to gratitude, but what is one thing that keeps you grounded, that keeps you focused on your goals and focused on creating positive impacts in other people's lives?
Excellent question. I think it's reminding myself why I'm doing this. Because like in the beginning, it's really easy to get stuck like in the money goal, in like the ego goals, or like I want to just post on Facebook that I did made this much money. Like it's very easy to get stuck in that. For me, what helps me is like reminding myself why I do this. Like I desire to see women, like thrive. Like just yesterday, I was speaking to this beautiful client of mine, and she was like, she wasn't feeling good, and I'm like, you know what? I really got connected with it. And I'm like, you know what? Setting the intention, like let's make you feel good, like whatever is meant to be, like universe really guide me, and like universe use me as your instrument. And
Yeah.
after the call, like I was in tears because I saw her shift. She messaged and emailed me like, Sherina, like I don't know what happened in that session, but like I feel amazing, like shifted for me. And I was like, and like what grounds me is being connected, of being in service.
Yeah.
That's what grounds me, like not the money. Like sometimes it's really easy to get stuck there, the travel, the money, which is amazing. All of that is part of it. But when you are in service and always thinking like, how can I serve? Like, how can I serve the person who's next to me? How can I serve the person who's living with me? Like, how can I serve anybody who comes your way? Like, I feel when you're in that energy, like things flow. For me, I'm grounded when I'm in that energy. Like even here, like being with you guys, it's for me, it's exciting. Like even before this interview, I was like, universe, please, whatever these people need to hear, like use me as your instrument. May I be that inspiration for them, you know? And I'm sure you're feeling this because that's the intention, and that's what helps me.
Nice. Amazing. Just completely amazing. Amazing. Like honestly, I'm speechless. And I'm a talker, so really, really, really amazing. Like just finding that purpose, finding your why, focusing on why you are here, why are you doing what you're doing. And it will help you to go through
Yeah,
so and go on. So for all the persons out there who are watching the show today and you are going through those challenging times, think about why you started in the first place. Think
exactly.
about passion, think about that push that is actually creating that desire for you to continue. You know what I mean? Just focus on that. So I have one more question for you, Sharina. Hmm.
Yes.
Now, look back to when you were 23 and you were
Okay.
in that moment of feeling nervous about, being too young to start. What advice would you give 23-year-old Sharina who was having these doubts or having these concerns, the financial concerns as well as the age concerns as well as wondering, will I actually do this? What advice would you have for someone?
Totally. I love it. I think I would have two advices, if that's okay. The first one would be like taking one step at a time. I'll tell her like, hey Sherina, like just take one step, like just send that email out or whatever that one step is for her. Like just hire the coach that you can, or just join the program that you can, like wherever you're at. That will be the first thing. Like do what you can with what you've got. Like don't think about like, oh my God, I don't have this money, I can't do this. It's
Yeah,
fine if you don't have thousands of dollars, and do what you can with what you got.
yeah,
And the other thing as well is really, as you mentioned in the beginning, like being grateful, being in love, like being, but also like in love with where you're at, like being really kind to yourself in your journey, like not being like comparing yourself. Because I
yeah,
see as women, we all want to be like, oh, but she did it like she did it in 6 months, I can do it in 6 months. Like we
yeah.
all have our beautiful, amazing journeys, and the more we are grounded with that, the more in bliss we will be. So I think
So
the other thing would be like follow your butterflies. Like I always share that, like follow your butterflies. And what I really mean with that is like really following that lead you get. You know that intuition you get, that feeling like you just got to do this, and you don't know why? That. Follow that, and like everything unfolds. And the other thing is like there's no point worrying because everything anyways turns out fine.
yeah,
Like sometimes we worry, and it's like there's one phrase that I love that is amazing. It says like why worry? It probably won't happen. And I'm
yeah.
like, yeah, like why am I worrying? Might as well just laugh at the situation now, right? And for
Exactly.
and like for those of you who are there who are feeling financially stressed or feeling or too young or feeling like you're not good enough or like you have no idea how like unclear you're stuck, laugh today because trust me, a year after you'll be like me, you'll be like ha ha ha, like the day when I didn't know what I was gonna do. Like it probably won't happen. Trust me, it didn't happen for me. Like my worst fears didn't happen, and like there's no point.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing. So
Yeah.
stay in the present. Be grateful. Be kind to yourself as well, right? Don't,
Mm.
not to compare yourself. Be kind to yourself. Low. Start where you're at. Start where you're at. Of course you have the goals, but begin where you're at. Be present. Be grateful.
Mm.
You'll be able to push forward into the bigger goals and the bigger dreams. And it was funny that you actually, when you spoke about the thing of comparison, I actually like I work with some of my persons that I work with. They're going through like the quarter life crisis, and
Yep.
I said you're having obsessive comparison disorder, OCD, but it's like obsessive comparison disorder. And so when you said that, it just came into my head. And many of the persons who are watching this show today, they're actually millennials. They're young persons.
Mm.
I know there are some persons here who are actually 18, and so for them it's like, oh my God, oh, I need to go to college, and they have all these questions. But it's important that you're kind to yourself, right? Just like you said, be kind to yourself, be present, enjoy the moment, laugh, and say to yourself, why worry? It probably won't happen
Happen.
anyway. So
Exactly.
thank you so much,
Exactly.
Sharina. But
Thank
tell us,
you.
where can we find you? Like, hello, this was an amazing interview. It was just such a great privilege and pleasure for me to actually have you here on the show. So where can the
Such a pleasure.
viewers find you?
Totally, totally. So they can find me on my website. It's www.sherinamayani.com. That's Sherina, Mayani, Mayani.com. And I'm also on Facebook. If you find me, Sherina Mayani. I also have a group on Facebook called Live Your Passions and Follow Your Butterflies. So for those of you who want to go deeper in this, in the conversation, can join me there. And Instagram as well, Share Mayani. And yeah, just look for me up. I'm all over. So I'm really excited to get to talk to you, get to know you even more.
Awesome. And I know you also have a group program for persons who are thinking of becoming coaches, because
Yes.
many of us want to give back, but we don't actually know how can we give back. And of course, one of the ways you can give back using your passion and your talent is through coaching. So tell us a bit more about your program.
Yes, yes, it's my baby. You have no idea how I'm excited for it. It's called Build Your Coaching Business, and it's a 6-week telecourse. It starts in May 14th, but I have really, really cool early bird bonuses for those of you who desire to join. It's basically for women who are sick and tired of what people say and are not wanting to follow, the status quo and want to build their own thing, want to
Yeah.
be of service, and want to create like financial abundance for themselves, so they can travel the world and follow their desires, however that desire is for them. Like nobody has the same desire. And yeah, I'm really excited for this program because like as you said, we all have something beautiful to share. Like we all have gone through stuff. We all have challenges, and now there are people out there who are going through the challenges that we went through. And like in order to even be of service to them, like creating a coaching business or any type of service-based business is a way to help these women, and that's what I'm talking about. Like when you do that, like when you're helping someone, like there's no better feeling than that. Like it's just the best thing ever. So yeah,
So guys, remember, stay tuned. Remember to share this video, like it, and also leave your comments in the comment section below because Sharina will be here to answer any
yes.
of your questions, okay?
Any questions you have? Mhm.
Awesome. So thank you so much, Sharina. It's a real privilege and a pleasure again to have you here. Continue being an inspiring one, and we look forward to possibly having you on the show another time. Okay?
Totally, totally. Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure to be here. My loves to all of you. Mwah.
Ciao. We'll talk soon. Remember to leave a question or comment in the comment section below. The Inspiring Ones TV show is brought to you by www.missinspirer.com as well as the Inspiration Institute, your home for ultimate success and self-development. Thank you for watching and see you on the next episode of the Inspiring Ones TV show. Bye!